As you are probably aware, your gameplay has languished and suffered because I have not posted examples of my greatness lately, so that you could learn and improve. And therefore, your gameplay has probably sucked, and your WN8 and your statistics have languished pathetically without my examples of my awesomeness. So for today, I thought I would discuss a simple aspect of this game, which is detection. Very easily understood and simple, yet so many struggle and flounder and perform very poorly. So this example just depicts vision exactly in this game. There is a medium tank approaching me at about 150 meters, and obviously as he moves forward, he's going to disappear. So I have to try and project where he is. There he is, and he reappeared when he shot, which is obviously how the mechanic should work. So now as I aim at him in the open, he disappears again because there was a slight twig in front of his track wheel, and there he is. He's okay, but he's disappeared, so I have to aim at his lower plate, knowing that he's still there. And as he moves now and readjusts and shoots, he appears again behind the slight little twig that's concealing 1/10 of his tank. Now he disappears and reappears so that I can shoot him again. So obviously the spotting mechanic is easily understood, and all you have to do is aim, and shoot them. And when they disappear, realize that they're still there, and they may appear or may disappear in certain spots depending on what twigs are in the way. So if you follow these simple instructions, you too can possibly achieve the greatness which I have just illustrated for you. A slight refresher for you, and perhaps now it would be time for you to enjoy the main feature. I don't want to complicate this vision for you too much, because it is very simple. There is an enemy, he is visible, and those are not the tanks you wish to fight. You wish to back up and die like the Muppet you are.
Just a short instructional video for you today from the pompous douchebag, explaining the simple to understand spotting mechanics in this game. Hopefully that helped you all and enables you to improve. This guy is doing the 360-degree view range. He's got a funny orange on the back of his turret. Did you know it's SPG Day? SPG Day is always a calm day, because playing SPGs is a calm endeavor. I think only relaxed people play SPGs. People that are too wound up and too stressed, they don't play SPGs. They play invisible Russian mediums. Oh look, a tree has gone down. Why not just shoot the guy that's knocked the tree down? And he hits him. That's funny. It's funny watching SPG players. Things are so predictable in this game. There's not a lot of places. You can run, but you can't hide. There's not a lot of initial spotting positions and initial places. So if you just kind of glue into that. Another direct hit. I guess it's easy to play SPGs. This guy is Bulbous from the Olymp clan. A clan of limps. They like to advertise the fact that they are limp, but this guy just got hit. The concept just got hit, and he's wondering, how long does it take for this artillery to reload? Well, how long has it been since you've been hit? Well, that's how long it takes to reload. And look, an M5355 counter-batteried him, missed him by that much, and took half his HP. Now, he has that skill, that the orange line, that lets him know that the shell is incoming, but he hesitated before he reacted to that. I don't know why, because he had fired. This could be a good shot. No, take a shot. Shoot. And he moves now. 748 damage on the Borsig. Ay, ay, ay. The advantages of playing a lightly armored tank in this game. You know, when I was playing that, what was it called? Onslaught. The Onslaught mode. They had the arty strikes that you could get them in game. Airstrike, and there were two types. You know, one was like a missile launch, and one was an arty strike. Constantly being bombarded, because it's 30 versus 30, and there was arty strikes all over the place, right? So I got them, and I noticed in that game, in that mode, direct hit. Look at this. As an aside, what has this Scorpion been doing all game? Scorpion, like, where'd he go? He's disappeared. That's, well, as we learned about the spotting mechanic, he's right there, on the mini-map, but he's disappeared. Oh well. Because the spotting works perfectly in this game. Anyways, in that mode, what I realized, and I already knew this, but he's appeared again. The Scorpion's back. The Scorpion came back the very next day. When you would use an arty strike on any Russian heavy tank in that mode, it would almost always do no damage, or 5 or 8. If you high rolled, maybe 12 damage. Occasionally, not occasionally, many times, I would use that arty strike and it would hit the tank numerous times, and you'd see the writing on your screen that would say screen hit, armor not hit, with an artillery shell. You know, the big HE shell that lands on top of the tank and explodes? Armor not hit, 0. But when you use that same arty strike on, say, a Scorpion or a Burask, or even like SU, it's not just Russian tanks, the SU-130 PM, the lightly armored tank, you do 800-900 damage and, you know, take them out. Just shoot a projector with one of those, you do 600-700 damage. Which slammed in the side. Which just tells me that the whole mechanic of splash damage is a figment of WarGaming's imagination. It's just not. There's no splashing going on. There's no. It used to be in the old days. They had a big write-up on that, on how HE worked. You know, and that was almost a direct hit and did 0. How like an HE shell would hit the armor, and then it would calculate a radius emanating from that point and look for the weakest part of the armor and the distance within that cone, and then it would use a formula and all that. Remember how that's how HE used to work? And then they kind of reworked it or nerfed it, and didn't really explain how it works. Now it doesn't work like that anymore. Now it just works however they want it to work. Like, there's no... It just hits a spot, and if you have 60 pen and you hit 200 pen armor, there's kind of a formula, but it's, you know... There's no splashing going on. There's a splash radius, so if you miss, it still does some damage, but it's a what is it called? It's a riddle wrapped in an enigma now. Now it's whatever the fuck they want. So sometimes you high roll, sometimes you low roll, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. It's balanced now. That's what they did. They balanced it. Which makes it so unpredictable that it's, let's see this. There you go. That was predictable. It's very unpredictable now, right? Very, very unpredictable. The HE shells. Not talking about the AP shell. If you penetrate, it's like any other like AP shell from a tank. But I realized in that onslaught mode, when I used the specific feature that they put in that game mode, which was an artillery strike. To simulate artillery, it has the same circle, the same trajectory. You could earn it, like you regenerate it every 120 seconds or something. Oh no, not onslaught. That was, sorry, my mistake. Frontline. It was in frontline mode. I corrected myself. I realized it. Yeah, in frontline mode, you could earn that. It was 30 versus 30. Onslaught 7 versus 7. My brain glitched. So, artillery strike, which simulates an artillery shell, and you could just see how that mechanic is so fucked. It's made no sense. No sense. What was interesting is instead of it being one shell, it would be numerous shells that landed in a circle. And sometimes you got a direct hit, and sometimes they landed beside you. There'd be 4 or 5 of them. Heavy artillery strike. There was a heavy artillery strike and a not so heavy one. But anyways, it was just all WarGaming's imagination. Nothing to do with reality. There's a direct hit on an open SU-130PM. What is he firing here? Yeah, 48 pen, 680 damage, and he rolled 684. So he obviously hit and penned. And he rolled exactly what he was supposed to. And now he's going to kill him. Now you did. Oh, that's type 63. Let's see if he rolls 14. 50. Direct hit. This guy's having a hell of a game. So my question is, how many of you play SPGs, and how many of you get frustrated with the, let's call it RNG, the rigged number generator that determines what your damage will be on your HE shell rolls? So I guess that's why it's very satisfying when you have a very good artillery game. And when everything comes together and you got 4 or 5 direct hits like this guy got, it's very safe. You can stop and aim now. He's right there. Stop and aim. You don't have to keep moving. A very poor reaction time there, my friend. But we all know if we want to witness a really good clicker game, we have to watch clicker. We've watched clicker before at the low tiers. This is in tier 10. We just saw the French tier 9. That's the French tier 10. And the clicker is going. Of course, I think WarGaming's removed the engine sounds from this replay. So let me just rewind it so I get the engine sounds back. Now we have engine sounds. If you're experiencing that replay bug where you do not hear the engines, just use your arrow key, rewind it 10 seconds. And then magically the engine sounds return. It's called computer programming. Okay? This is not reality, it's a computer program. That's why sometimes the engine sounds disappear, and sometimes the HE roll trolls you. It's not real. I think some people make the mistake of thinking that this is real. The fanboys, right? The guys that really get upset about the game mechanics when anyone says, hey, that was screwy. They think it's real. Oh! How many times is the tortoise going to pay? Can he feather it through the hole? Zakleka. Watch it. No way. Yes, he can. Watch. This is not real. The shells can get through the buildings, through the windows. Don't spread the love. Get right through the window. Give us a window shot. It went over. It went through the roof. It's funny. What are you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do? It's SPG day. We need to be calm. And now he has to wait for his long reload so he can get 3 more shots. How many of you have the French tier 10 artillery? Why is this guy blue? His name is blue, or his tank is blue. You've been shooting your own teammates, have you? I don't know if I'd aim at an Object 705. It's too heavily armored. You get trolled. Aim at those guys in the window. Don't aim at him. Oh, unless you got the rear. Okay, he's got the rear. The rear. 61. Okay, you're gonna get trolled. It's an object. You will get trolled. He's gonna aim a little further now. That time you hit him 180. So if you miss, you roll 160. You roll 61, and if you hit, you roll 189. That's why I wouldn't aim at an object. It's just a waste of time. Aim at an American tank. He hit directly the rear of an Object 705. Now let's see if you can get another hit here. This is not a very high percentage shot. The object now knows there's artillery aiming at him. Is he gonna go for the shot? Direct hit, 259. Critical hit, direct hit. Guys, on the engine deck of an object. 259. And that is 48 pen, 680. Is that the same? Yeah, it's same gun. But he gets 3 shots instead of 1. He's focusing the objects. Just don't focus the object. Focus a less armored tank, like a tortoise. Let's see if he hits the tortoise. He's adjusting his angle. This guy's adjusting his angle. Very good. That's not gonna. He doesn't have a shot. Okay, a medium tank, a CS-52 tier. Oh, poor guy. Let's see if he hits this. Oh, GSOR. Poor guy. Poor GSOR. Direct hit on a GSOR. Oh, the rubber tires must have absorbed the shot, right? He rolled higher, hitting an object. Another hit, 216. He rolled higher. A direct hit on the object 705 was 259. 2 direct hits on the GSOR were 237 and 216. So there's your and a critical hit, the 49 on the 60 TP. That's not maybe hit the turret, but you can see that these rolls are the actual value of the rolls are meaningless. It's just basically a WarGaming does this. You click your artillery shell, and then as it's going through the air, someone at WarGaming does this. And they pull a number out of their ass, and that's how much damage you do. They just pull a number out of their ass. Which is completely completely meaningless. That number, they pulled that out of their ass. The shell landed in between 2 tanks and did 0. I must have a very poopy number. Now, direct hit on an object. 53. There's no rhyme or reason, guys. You can try and come up with theories. You can say, you know, like I said, oh, if you shoot objects, you're going to do less damage. That's not true. It was in Frontline with the RD swap, but in these random games, it's just whatever WarGaming decides. Basically, it's an HE shell, and they pulled a number out of their ass. Okay, let's see if he gets a. There's no outline of the tank. What? Why is there no outline of the tank now? Okay, there's the outline of the tank. Zero. They just pull it out of their ass, guys. They just pull it out of their ass. And he's got this is the large splash radius, but oh, he held it because he knew. He was stunned already. Yeah, it's got the 7.6 meter splash radius, whereas this shell here has the less splash radius. So it's the big splash. 7 is not a big splash radius, but rolling 0, 7 meters, guys. For those of you like your Americans watching, 23 feet. Okay, 7 meters, 7.2 meters, 25 feet. The splash radius is bigger than the tank length. Okay. It's like another, if you miss the tank by a whole tank length, that's 7.5 meters, 25 feet. You landed right beside it, 0. In between 2 that are touching each other, 0. There's no splash. The splash radius is just, you know, the splash radius is how big the butt cheeks on the ass of the WarGaming programmer is. And the roll you get is after they shove their hand in there and pull something out of that big, it's a big radius ass or a small radius ass, and it's just whatever number they want to pull out of there. Basically, you just have to ask yourself, what number is WarGaming going to pull out of their ass on this shot? Shoot the tortoise. Shoot the tortoise. Shoot the tortoise. Shoot the tortoise. Make him pay. Make him pay. There you go. Make him pay. 11. It was close. Yeah, 11. Because it made sense. It was close. Now the GSOR. He's rolled under 200, around 200 on this GSOR twice. 180. There's still an object 261. I'd like to see. Oh, he blind shot? He went for it. He decided to just go for it. So, because now he gets a reload for 3 shots. He is the clicker, after all. You know, the reason he's going to do so well in this game is because of the stun assist. A lot of the shots, like that one he held, was because the target was still stunned and he was waiting for his teammate to shoot to get the stun assist. And if the teammate bounced or something, he'd stun him again once the stun wore off, so he'd have more of a chance. One of his teammates blind shot the artillery. So way to go, clicker. Let's sort this. He only finished 4th in a game that he aced the tank, that he did 2,500 assistance and 2,300. 10 direct hits. 1 penetration on that. I can't remember which one it was. 10 direct hits out of 17. Could you tell the difference in the rolls when it was a hit or a miss? I'll catch you guys on the next one.